So basically, I sent this analysis in the channel. It was based on GBP NZD, and it was a 4-hour time frame. Okay, I was expecting price to continue bearish all the way till this retail support, and we'll just do a top-down analysis and all the way to the entry, and you'll check out why I was looking at this. So it's a mess right there, so let's just move to a different one. Okay, so starting from the monthly, the price kind of was bearish. This was the last demand zone. Price came down, gave a reaction, but eventually broke. So this was the last supply zone in control. Price mitigated that, but uh, it was kind of printing these you know equal lows or retail support right there. So seeing this consolidation and this liquidity right there, the monthly showed me that the market structure is to the downside, the mitigation process, the order flow is to the downside, and we have a lot of liquidity to target. Moreover, we have this inducement right there. The price took out the inducement. We saw good momentum, bearish momentum. So probably the price might continue downside, taking out all these equal lows, probably mitigating this order block. Okay. So yeah, this was what I was looking on the monthly time frame. So let's just move to the weekly time frame. So basically, right there, I'll go to the other one. But before that, it's really clear that the price was, if this was a valid order block, the price would have, pumped there, and it should have went to the upside. Like this was a clear consolidation. Price was kind of really accumulating, and if this immediate closure in the zone, it should have pushed to the upside. But we were not seeing that thing. We were not seeing immediate reaction to the upside. Rather, the price again pushed down, and it just showed that the price is kind of inducing early buyers in the market, and eventually it will just take out those. Okay. Moreover, just let me just go to the other pair, and I'll show you the redistribution schematic playing out right there as well. So you can see this was the range, the breakout, the UTAD, the price pushed down, uh, stop under this, pull back, filling this favorable gap right there, and eventually giving us a reaction. So from SMC perspective, we discussed on the previous one, and from this Wyckoff perspective, we can see this as well. Okay, so let's just go to the daily time frame. Okay, so same thing right there. Uh, the 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 distribution as well right there. Okay, we didn't really had a UTAD properly, but the price, regardless push downside. So I consider this as the schematic type 2, which is which doesn't have a UTAD. Okay, so price mitigated this drop is drop supply and demand kind of the type of that, the supply and demand type, which is drop based drop. The price mitigated that, and it was kind of giving a reaction, a good reaction. Price was consolidating right there, so it might have liquidated that, but it didn't. So that showed that the bears are really in control right there. Okay, so price broke the structure, and we have a clear distribution phase schematic right there, and uh, merging these the high time frame and daily, it just shows that the high time frame buy is clearly to the downside. Okay, so moving down to the 4 hour. So right there, I sent actually two type of analysis. One was based on pure smart money, and the other one was based on the Wyckoff, and we'll just discuss both of them right now. So this one being the smart money concept, and you can see like how clear the repetition of price pattern is. Like we had a liquidity area, these equal highs, price took out took out these highs right there, broke structure. Again, it tried to induce right there, the liquidity. It took out, mitigated this order block, again pushed down. Again, it was inducing the traders in this area. It took out, it mitigated this. The same scenario right there, equal highs right there, inducement. The price went up, took out these highs, mitigating this hidden order block, and the same thing right there, which is, let me just show you these highs right there, inducement. The price pushed up, took out these highs, mitigating this order block, and we are expecting a bearish wave to the downside. So this was based on the purely smart money, but let us have a look at the Wyckoff as well. Okay, yeah. So yeah, right here we have a downward channel, and I mentioned it like the schematics can be like that as well. So we have a distribution schematic, the upthrust, the sign of weakness. The price took out these highs and closed immediately back within the range. So for me, this is a valid UTAD. So from a Wyckoff perspective, we have confluence that price might be pushing to the downside as well. Okay. So moving back to that frame again, and let's just have a look at some lower time frame and see what was my entry. So we had actually the UTED right there, right? So we have the UTED. So afterwards, the next phase is the test phase. So for a test phase, we have a pullback. But for me, like to enter the positions, we have to check out the lower time frame fractal schematics as well. So when price was pushing to the upside, I was clearly observing this region as well. These the same thing from S&C perspective, the inducement, stop hunt and then push to the downside. So I just look at the from the Wyckoff perspective, price did this UTAD and then mitigated the order block, closed back within the range immediately, and that is the area where I entered the trade. So at the time being, this trade is running like it hasn't hit my stop loss or TP for now, but it's running. But that is more like an intraday setup. But as you can see, like our target was not really this, right? We anticipated all the way from the monthly, that price would continue all the way downside. So we have an opportunity to capitalize based on a swing position as well. So for a swing position, I like swing position, we can target this one. So if price retraces back right there, we can enter again for a swing position, aiming there, and according to that, adjusting our stop loss. But if we are looking for a positional setup, we can aim for like right there, aim for this level, and according to that we can set up a stop loss. But I prefer the intraday setup, so I target this area, and according to that I adjusted my stop loss. So yeah, we have the redistribution within a distribution which is within a higher time frame distribution, which itself is in a distribution. So that is like a fractal behavior of price. Like the same pattern will repeat itself over the time frames. Like you can uh, look out for a pattern which just repeats on every time frame, and you can capitalize on the fractal behavior of price because it gives you the precision, it gives you the confluence. Okay, so that is more like my entry confirmation, but regardless, that is providing me a good risk to reward ratio as well. So yeah, that is my top down analysis on GBP NZD. So if you have any question, you can ask me and I'll try to answer that. um a series on Wyckoff from zero level, like how to see Wyckoff patterns. And, Basically, Devendra, the thing is like I've told the sources where you can learn from. Like there are different courses where where you can learn from, from zero. Because I myself I learned from those uh, courses. But the thing is like what you learn in the courses is really different from what you are learning from the practical scenarios. I'm trying to do the practical scenarios, which I think is which really benefits the trader. I believe if I had time, I would do that as well. But at the time being, I really don't have any time, so I could go from the zero to all the way to the professional thing. So I would try to do that, but you can do that from the courses as well. You can learn from them as well.
Hello, bro.
Yes. So
So which course do you recommend to us to learn this thing?
uh, sorry, what, bro?
Like, whose course would you recommend for someone for a starter trying to learn Wyckoff?
Okay, so I would recommend the Wyckoff Analytics course. I would send the link as well. Like if you're from a personal channel, I'll send the link. But if you're from Rebellion, I will send the link as well.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, any other question?
Don't you trade XXS USD? Yes,
Which pair? USD pairs?
like like GU and EU.
I do trade them. I do trade them, but I haven't seen any good setup today. Or
Oh, okay, bro.
okay, I'll send the videos. Don't worry them.
Hello.
Hello, Abdul.
Hello. Yeah, can you send us a link to a sample training material, just as you have said, Wyckoff something. So I wouldn't mind a link, probably YouTube link for the training. Can you
Um,
send this one or two to us?
on YouTube, I really don't have anyone which I follow. It's just like I sent previously Colson Lives Bullish, but he has just like a basic video on Wyckoff, like one video. So I don't think it would be good to follow that. So yeah,
Okay.
so I'll just conclude the session right there. Um, Thank you for